We begin with news on the economy, as the Planning Institute of Jamaica, PIOJ, is estimating that the economy grew by 12.9% for the April to June quarter this year. Now, our business reporter, Javon Keys, attended the PIOJ's quarterly press briefing today and now joins us live. Javon, 12% growth?
Well, Herman, a bit more than what was expected now. The PIOJ projected that the economy would have grown between 7 and 9% during the April to June quarter. Now, the Institute has, however, revised that estimate, as you said, to 12.9% growth. Now, the PIOJ's Director General, Dr. Wayne Henry, shared what influenced this increase in the real gross domestic product, GDP.
Growth during the April to June 2021 period was spurred by 1. Increased domestic and external demand for Jamaica's goods and services, consequent on the relaxation of COVID-19 measures, due mainly to the increased rollout of vaccination efforts globally and approximately 5 billion doses administered to date. 2. Increased operating hours for businesses, which facilitated higher capacity utilization rates and production levels. 3. An increase in the implementation of residential and commercial building projects and road construction works. 4. Improved weather conditions, which facilitated growth in the agriculture and electricity and water supply industries. 5. Higher levels of employment relative to the closure of businesses and layoffs caused by the lockdown in the corresponding quarter of 2020.
Now, Herman, higher levels of business confidence also influenced the estimated growth, as entrepreneurs were a bit more confident in the prospects of earnings compared to the same April to June period in 2020. Now, remember, during that period last year, the borders were closed, so tourism was significantly hit. Curfews were also implemented, which meant restricted movement and a contraction in business activities, and stay-at-home and work-from-home orders were also implemented. Now, let's zoom in a little bit more now to some key areas that drove the estimated growth for the period. Now, tourism, this shot up 130% compared with April to June 2020. Now, for this year, that is. Now, as it relates to June, rather the April to May period, 205,244 stopover arrivals came into Jamaica, and that's compared to nil for the same period in 2020. The official figures for June are not yet available. Let's now look to construction. That's also another area to note. Growth in that area is estimated at 18%. Now, that's one of the areas the PIOJ is paying keen attention to.
Okay, interesting. Now, that's the past quarter.
Right.
Let's look forward now. What can we expect, or what is the PIOJ projecting for the current quarter?
Well, Herman, the PIOJ's outlook for July to September, that's the current quarter, is actually positive, as most industries have been slowly recovering and increasing business confidence. Now, here's Dr. Wayne Henry with that estimate.
Growth in output is anticipated to be within the range of 4% to 6%. This projection is based on expected growth in most industries, led by the services industry, in particular hotels and restaurants, other services, and transport and storage and communication. Mining and quarrying is the only industry expected to contract during the period, largely reflecting plant downtime associated with damage caused by fire at the Jamaica alumina refinery. The timing of the period for recovery in this industry remains uncertain.
Now, Herman, in a few weeks, the Statistical Institute of Jamaica, Statin, will provide the official data for the April to June quarter. And of course, we'll have that then to share with you. It's back to you, Herman.
All right, thank you very much, Javon Keys, our business reporter.